is rarely the result of single de- decisive action. Instead, it is a complex equation involving three critical variables: the ability to continue, the resilience to withstand setbacks, and the capacity to think strategically. Today, we break down how these elements interact to produce long-term professional growth. We often conceptualize progress as a linear trajectory. We expect that for every unit of effort, we receive a unit of output. However, reality is statistic. The path to mastery is non-linear, filled with plateaus and barriers that often discourage those who hold on to the linear maze. Continuity is the engine of compounding. In the early stages, visible results are negligible. This is the silent phase. Most individuals quit here because the feedback loop is delayed. However, maintaining consistency during this phase is the only way to reach the breakout point where growth becomes exponential. Setbacks are not anomalies. They are statistical certainties, whether due to market changes, personal failure, or external factors. The interruption of flow is guaranteed. The professional distinguish themselves not by avoiding setbacks, but by how they manage the branching path that follows. Psychologically, this is known as the valley of despair. It occurs when initial en- enthusiasm wanes and the difficulty of the task becomes apparent. This is where blind continuity fails. Simply pushing through without a strategy leads to burnout. This brings us to our third element, thinking. We must distinguish between rumination and reflection. Rumination is emotional and past oriented, asking, why did this happen? Reflection is analytically and future oriented, asking, what does the data say and how do I adjust? When you hit a wall, you must stop working and start analyzing. To navigate setbacks, apply the OODL loop. Observe the situation, orient yourself to the new reality, decide on a course of action, and act. The orient phase is critical. It requires you to update your mental models based on the failure you just experienced. This brings us to the integration. Consistency without intellect is stagnation, doing the wrong things repeatedly. Intellect without consistency is mere theory. Mastery is found at the intersection of all three, continuously showing up, surviving the load, and constantly optimizing your approach. So, how do we apply this? First, establish a minimum viable habit to ensure continuously. Second, schedule weekly review to ensure strategic thinking. Third, define what failure look like so you can identify it objectively rather than emotionally. Remember, the goal is not to avoid failure, but to increase the speed at which you learn from it. Continuity keeps you in the game. Resilience keeps you sane. Thinking ensures you win. Play the long game. Thank you for investing your time in your own growth today. To provide deeper insights, I have prepared a resource list including my homepage, detailed articles on Note, and my published ebooks. All links are in the description below. If you found value here, please consider subscribing. I look forward to our continued journey. Thank you for listening.